Hello, welcome to Your Daily Grace by Timothy Wilder. Foundation Series, Episode 11. What Grace is. Grace is undeserved and unearned by definition. Many live as though God's favor must be maintained through effort, yet Scripture disagrees. Grace loses its meaning the moment human effort is added as a requirement. By its very nature, grace is a gift freely given, not a reward fairly earned. If something must be achieved, deserved, or paid back, it may be compensation, but it is no longer grace. Many people live as though God's acceptance must be maintained through performance. They believe salvation begins with grace but continues through striving. Yet Scripture draws a clear and unmovable line between grace and works. Paul writes, "But if it is by grace, it is no longer on the basis of works. Otherwise grace would no longer be grace." Romans 11:6. That statement leaves no room for mixture. Grace and works operate on opposite principles. Works says earn it. Grace says receive it. Works points to human achievement. Grace points to divine generosity. Paul reinforces this truth in salvation itself. For by grace you have been saved through faith, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. Ephesians 2:8 and 9. Salvation is not a trophy for the disciplined or the moral. It is the gift of God received through faith. Because it is grace, no one can boast as though they secured it by personal merit. Romans gives another powerful picture. Now to the one who works, his wages are not counted as a gift but as his due. Romans 4:4. Wages are earned, gifts are given. Paul's point is simple but profound. If salvation were based on work, God would owe it as payment. But God owes no one salvation. He gives it freely through grace. This truth humbles pride and comforts the weary. Pride cannot boast because grace excludes self-congratulation. The weary can rest because grace does not depend on flawless performance. Grace does not mean our works have no value in the Christian life. Good works matter deeply, but they are the fruit of salvation, not the cause of it. They flow from grace already received, not grace still being earned. The boundary is clear and non-negotiable. When merit enters the foundation, grace disappears. But where grace stands alone, Christ receives all the glory and sinners receive all the mercy. Thanks for listening. If you are being fed and/or uplifted by these messages, we encourage you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. These things help us spread the message of grace.